I'm Kat.
I'm Hayley.
And this is Night Classy, the podcast where tipsy teachers teach fascinating lessons. What are we drinking, Hayley?
We are still drinking Kirkland Hard Seltzers.
Yeah, we just recorded back to back. So I'm still on my grapefruit one that was on the queue last episode.
I'm opening number 3, Black Cherry.
Nice.
Yes.
Kind of a Christmassy flavor.
It is. Well, turns out I just think that every day of December is Christmas and that every lesson should be Christmas themed. So
I agree with you. I think you did the right thing.
Thank you. You can try again next year.
Okay, I might. But also, I feel like if I did, I could do Halloween creepy episodes all the time. So, I'm fine with it for October, but I don't know. I get kind of tired of Christmas.
Oh, so you're telling me you're tired of my lessons?
No, I like listening to your Christmas lessons because it's like an hour a week. But if I was doing the Christmas research for a month, I think I'd get it might be a little much for me.
Yeah, and last week's episode was very loosely Christmas themed since the robber just had on the Santa suit.
Yeah.
And it happened around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Christmas though.
Still Christmas. So I hate it.
I hated it. This is our Christmas episode. Happy holidays, everyone. And
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all the things.
Happy Hanukkah, joyous Kwanzaa. You guys know the deal. And it's kind of weird. We're recording this on December 12th. So we're still kind of a ways out personally. But this comes out right. I think it comes out on the 23rd.
Yeah.
So right on the money.
Bam.
What are you going to be
Christmas.
doing on the 23rd?
Probably a ton of laundry to make sure everything I need to go to New York is ready and packed.
Yeah, nice.
What about you?
I'm going to be, Alec and I will both be in Washington State with my parents. It'll probably be snowing.
Wow, jealous.
They'll probably get snow in Ohio.
No. Snow doesn't usually come to Ohio till March.
Really?
Yeah. Truly.
There's not a ton of snow in Western Washington, but I've been looking at the forecast and there's wintry mix all week. So
I hope it snows for you and it's not shitty sleet.
It probably will just be shitty sleet, but I doubt it'll be stuck on the ground, but I'm hoping I'll at least get to see some snowflakes out the window.
Yeah. And if not, just have somebody throw cotton balls over the side of the roof.
And on the 23rd is Lily Julaften for me, which is a Scandinavian holiday. So I'll be making lefse.
Oh, we're not going to be able to make it together.
No. Womp womp.
Bitch.
Sorry. I'm making some this weekend with Alec's family, so maybe we'll have leftovers for you.
Wow.
Sorry. We're celebrating with them because I'm stealing Alec from them for Christmas, so we have to do
Fair
something.
Enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'll be doing that. I'll be eating lots of cheese plates and mimosas, and it's going to be a really good time.
Ooh,
I'm excited.
Yes. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah,
and
we get
home.
You'll be, but you will have just gone home to your family.
Yeah, I'll be coming home full, I'm sure, of cheese and all the same stuff.
How many days are you going to be in Ohio?
1, 2, 3 or 4.
Yeah. So are you just it'll just be visit with your mom, visit with your dad, then leave?
Yeah, well, I was trying to go to my favorite sushi restaurant ever, but they don't open until 4 p.m. And the times that I'm going to be driving through Cincinnati just aren't going to line up.
That
it's going to be, I know. It's going to be early in the morning when we go in and when we come back out. So I'll just have to make a special trip this spring or something.
You could pay $5,000 to get it delivered on an airplane to Memphis.
Hell no. There are plenty of things I would pay $5,000 for, but that's not it.
I mean, Tommy just got a new job. Tell him now he's your sugar daddy, and he has to do that.
I already told him. I was like, when can I quit my job? Because what's the point if you're doing that and I'm doing this?
Right. It's not fair.
It's not fair. Let me stay home with the cats.
Yeah. Stay at home cat mom. It's definitely a thing.
Yes. I hope it's in my future. I'll keep you all updated.
But yeah, we'll be having like fun Christmas times. I hope you guys are too. Getting all warm and cozy. I wonder if anyone's like listening to this while they drive home to see their family.
Ooh, I hope so. Safe travels. Hopefully
Yes.
no bad weather. It's all clear and sunny. And then once you get there, the snow starts, if you're into that kind of thing.
Thoughts and prayers. And we just discovered a fun Christmas remix. So I have a song recommendation for you. If you're in the car, hand me the aux. Go on YouTube and check out, I think it's like the YouTube account is called like Mashups for the Gays. And the song, it is a WAP, All I Want for Christmas Is You remix. And listen to that the entire drive after you're done with our episode.
It's worth a listen.
It is.
Not my favorite mashup, but it's worth a listen.
It really tries. I don't know that they could have done any better with those two songs.
True. We need to research some more Christmas mashups. But yes, that was a bright spot in my day today, discovering that song.
Yes, that was a really good one. And I don't think I have any plugs. Do you?
No, I do not think so. Oh, just again, a reminder, our next episode coming out for the end of 2021 will be a quote unquote Frankenstein episode. We're polling, since you all voted on your favorite lessons from Kat and one from myself, we're going to take the top voted ones and put them together so that we can take a little break, enjoy our break, and we will be back after that.
We're warning you so no one gets really upset and blindsided by an old episode. This is your warning.
Oldie but goodie.
Yes. And yeah, should we just get straight into
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I blew a .044.
I blew a .031.
So it's my turn. And this is a sister lesson to my last year's lesson. Do you remember what my last Christmas lesson was?
Krampus?
No, it was, Krampus was part of it. It was holiday, like folklore, legends kind of stuff.
Yes.
So this year I'm just adding on to that. I found some more Christmas legends. And I focused on the spooky shit. So this is like a Halloween on Christmas type of deal.
I'm so ready. This was
Blink-182.
almost the episode where we did the same thing.
Yep. Because I have 10 Christmas things and they're all, and I was like, I'm taking 10 things. There's a good chance that Hayley was going to do one of them. And so I had Alec text you and 2 of them were on your list.
Yes,
had you started researching either of them yet?
Well, for them to get on my list, I technically have. I vetted them.
Okay. But you didn't put in any work
No.
for them. Okay, good.
Yes.
I don't want to.
I
was like, how terrible would it be if, because I had him text you last night, like if you were done with your research and I was done with mine.
We could have just done like how Sinisterhood does it.
Like double teamed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have. I'm glad we didn't have to though.
Me too.
Anyway, here we go. And I have a slide for mine, and I have a slide for almost every single one of mine. So
Creepy
Kriegsmas. And number 1 is Christmas spiders.
Ooh, never heard of it.
And that's them. Cute little spider ornament. In the Ukraine and Eastern European countries, they traditionally put spider or spider web ornaments on their Christmas tree. And this is because of a folk story called The Legend of the Christmas Spider. As the story goes, a poor but hardworking widow lived in a small shack with her children. It's always a widow in a shack. Then one day in the summer, a pine cone fell on their dirt floor and took root. It started growing. The children were really excited and started taking care of the tree because they figured by Christmas they'd have a Christmas tree.
Aww.
The tree grew and grew, but on Christmas Eve, the family found that they didn't have enough money to decorate the tree. The family cried themselves to sleep that night.
Oh, that's a bit dramatic.
It is, a little bit. And very sad. I read that. I was like, ooh, I don't like that. But the spiders heard it and they took pity on them. So the spiders stayed up all night. They wove webs to decorate the tree. And when the kids woke up, they found it covered in cobwebs. which sounds
Okay.
disgusting and terrible.
Yeah, that's like how my grandma's tree was 90% of the year because she just slapped a sheet on it and threw it in the basement. Didn't even take the ornaments down. So you bring it out December 1st and you take the sheet off and you're like, this is dusty.
That's smart. I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, it's the lazy
But with
woman's
a real
Christmas
tree.
With a real tree. It's all
just
rotted
dead
and
brown.
nasty.
Yeah.
Probably will get real spiders in there. I thought you were going to say
Definitely.
this was like the OG Charlotte's Web.
No. I mean, kind of. Maybe.
The spiders spun their web and it said,
It said,
Suck
don't
it up.
kill the pig.
yeah, don't kill the pig.
So the kids saw this. I don't know if they were excited. I imagine they were kind of like, ew.
Something has happened,
Yeah,
mother.
I don't think I like it. But they,
Also, there's no way the tree was that big.
no. But I mean,
That's
this
the
is
issue I have
a
in this
world
pretend
where
story.
spiders care about the emotions of humans, when in reality they do the opposite.
They don't care or they don't
They-
even know.
They are
Because I
they
think
hate humans.
They don't hate humans.
They do.
They do not.
They do.
I kept a big old spider alive outside of my classroom because she spun her web and she was massive, just this beautiful spider, and her web was huge. And every day I saw her and like watched her respin it. And then I accidentally, I think, led her to her death because
What did you do?
well, it was really hot in the classroom and I had to open the window and only one of my classroom windows opened. So I tried to gently just open it a couple inches, but it destroyed her web and she scrambled into the corner of the window and I didn't see her ever again after that. But it was also getting cold. I think she just died of natural causes.
Maybe she went out the window and
Just-
went outside where spiders should be.
She was outside.
Oh, I thought she was inside.
She's not inside. No. I would
Okay.
not allow that.
Yeah, I was gonna say why
She
and
was
what.
outside the window. I could see her from inside my classroom.
Okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, the kids also opened a window, and when the morning sunlight came through, it hit the webs, and this turned them to silver and gold. And then the family
Gold.
was
Wrote a
never.
song.
You wrote that?
No,
Wow.
they wrote a song.
Oh, they did. Okay. It was like a good thing because remember, they were poor and now they have all this silver and gold.
It's shiny, mother.
It's shiny. And they were never poor again. And this is why we put tinsel on Christmas trees.
I want to get a tinsel tree.
Me
so
too.
Bad.
A pink one.
Yes, I need a pink tree to put all my Barbie ornaments on with my pink couch.
Yes, it's very important.
And I need to steal that pink frame I gave you last Christmas.
You can't have it.
Well, I'm going to steal it.
No,
So
you don't
I
know where it is. No,
it's
you don't.
above the toilet in your bathroom. I don't know
Okay,
how
now I
well
have to
that-
move it.
I just feel like you don't care about it when you put it above your toilet.
Where else am I supposed to put it?
Literally anywhere else. Literally anywhere else.
And I can see it while I brush my teeth. I like to gaze at it.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to steal it. Moving on. Case closed.
Tinsel on Christmas trees is a tradition that dates back to either the late 1800s or early 1900s. And if you find a live spider in your tree, don't kill it because it's supposedly good luck.
Oh, what about if you find a cat just straight up chilling in your tree? Because I find that often.
Spray that with a water bottle.
But what if it's too cute?
But baby did that one time we watched her and she has not done it again. She's traumatized from knocking the entire tree down on herself.
Yeah. Well, no, because she did it again.
She did?
She did it again, and she does
I haven't
it
seen her
at
do
Tommy's
it.
house.
Oh, she does it at Tommy's house, but does she do it
Yes.
at our house?
She did it at our house after she got sprayed.
No, she did it at our house and we were all watching her and taking pictures, and then she pulled the tree down on herself and got really scared, and she hasn't done it at our house since.
She did it that night.
Really?
Again.
Are you
And
serious?
Yes, because I was going downstairs to fill up my water bottle with ice cubes, and I was like, oh my God, she's in the tree again. And then it went,
Oh my gosh. We should just
She's
take
a
all
rascal.
the ornaments off. She is a rascal. Number 2 is hidden brooms. In Norway, they believe that the spirit veil is thinner on Christmas Eve, so spirits and witches come out. So they hide their brooms to keep them from being stolen and ridden by witches.
I say put the brooms out. Let them do some chores.
I say hide your broom because brooms are expensive and you'll never remember to buy another one. When you need your broom, you'll think, oh my God, I need a broom. Where is it? But then you'll never remember to buy one.
Brooms are expensive.
Especially back then if you're making them.
Yeah.
Do you know how witches stay on their brooms?
No.
They don't wear underwear.
That would make you slide off. Oh, their like lips pinch. Okay. But then they got
Tough
slippery.
Tough crowd.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that.
say something like that, but then my mind went toward but then they'll slide off.
Coochie.
Yeah, the juicy coochie.
I understand.
Yeah. So like I put this in my notes and then I went on Quora to like learn more about it and everyone was like, this isn't true. I'm from Norway. Nobody does this. So take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, apparently. It's in all the articles. Next we have Cogatio, which is unfortunately very real. There it is. It is.
I like it. Looks like a little caterpillar.
Yeah, kind of. Have you heard of the Cogatio?
No.
Okay. It's AKA the pooping or shitting log. And it's a tradition in the Catalan region of Spain. It's basically a hollow log and it has a face painted on it. You can buy them at like any of the Christmas markets in that area of Spain. And on the days leading up to Christmas Eve, you feed it treats. So you put nuts and fruit and shit inside of the hollow log. And then on Christmas Eve, you pick up the log and whack it with a stick so it poops out treats. The main treat that it poops out is turon, which is a nougat made of egg white, honey or sugar, and almonds. But now turon's
It's just been sitting in the log for days.
No, I think like like back in the olden days, I think that they'd get the treats that they put in the log. But nowadays it's kind of like Santa. Like it poops out like new treats and presents and shit.
Nice.
And it's kind of like Santa. So like how this works is on December 24th, the family places a blanket over the Cogatio and then the kids get sticks and they whack it with their sticks.
Okay, Cogatio, nothing bad is about to happen to you when I put this blanket over you, okay?
Right. I wonder if the blanket thing is so that you can't see its face so you don't feel so bad.
It's like the bank robbers when they cover your face. That's exactly what's happening. Oh my God.
While they're hitting it, they sing a traditional song and it goes as follows. Shit log, shit turon, hazelnuts and matto cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit log, log of Christmas. Don't shit herrings, which are too salty. Shit turon, which are much better.
I actually thought that you were going to say that this was like a primitive version of the squatty potty. I did not
no. It's much better than that.
I did not expect this. The squatty potty is better than this.
I'm glad they're not actually shitting in the log, though.
Not in the log, but using it to prop up their feet to get better form.
When you said squatty potty, I was imagining the like little potties you give to babies when you're potty training them.
I'm saying those things you prop your feet up on.
Okay.
So that you're in the proper position.
That might be a good use for the Cogatio in the off season.
A better use.
Not a better use, but another use.
An additional use. Mm-hmm. During the off season, it's a squatty potty.
I mean, you got to make a living. You can't survive off a part-time job.
I mean, that's what I use my yoga blocks for when I'm not doing yoga.
You put them on your bathroom floor and then touch them and do yoga.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly don't use them for yoga. I'd say on my yoga blocks off time, I use it for yoga. We do yoga every night, but
so
rarely.
So you do use them a lot.
No,
you rarely
don't.
Use the block.
We rarely use the blocks.
I see.
Yeah, because it's busy.
Yeah, my yoga blocks, the only time they've been used in like the last 4 years is when Alec had like a back issue and used them.
They can work out some back issues for sure.
Other
intestinal issues.
Or maybe that was not even the yoga blocks. I gave you my yoga belt.
Yoga strap. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was around the yoga block. I bought those yoga blocks. Never used them.
Well, I'm telling you what to use them for right now.
I took a yoga class in college and had to buy those blocks. It was like the textbooks for the course was a set of foam blocks.
Oh, I see. For your actual
that's why I had
college.
Them.
Yeah. I would see kids walking around with their yoga mats on campus too for the yoga class.
You could get college credit for taking yoga. It was the best.
We had a skydiving class. We had a beer tasting class.
That's cool. school. I
Yeah.
went to the wrong college.
You had to be fucking quick with it to sign up for those classes, though.
I bet. Anyway, so they hit the log, they sing the song, and then they're sent into another room to pray. And then when they come back out, they lift up the blanket and see like all the treats and the presents that the cockatiel left. The origins of this tradition are very unclear.
Can you imagine dating someone and they bring you home and they're like, look at this fun tradition?
Or you have kids with someone and they bring home a cockatiel and you're like, what's that? And then they explain to you what you're going to have your kids do.
I'd be like, I'm out.
I mean, it sounds really fun. Honestly, I'd be super down.
No, it doesn't.
It's weird, but I think it's fun. I don't love the idea of the kids hitting it something. I don't like the idea of handing a child a stick. But
yeah,
but it does sound fun.
If they're not using it as a squatty potty, I'm out.
Yeah, it's not a great tradition for teaching empathy, but
yeah, it's a lot. What if they were just like, let's just throw it in the fire? That would be better.
That's kind of how it started, actually, and we'll get into it. So first, let's talk about Torrón, which is the traditional Christmas tree of Spain. Torrón was brought to Spain by the Moors sometime before the 16th century, and it was highly prized and reserved for special occasions. Usually it was only eaten by nobility. There's some documents that show it was used to pay salaries around Christmas time. So in the Spanish port city of Alicante, it was common for half of the pay to be in coins and the other half to be in Torrón. The cockatiel can, so I guess I didn't really put a transition there. So this is like the cockatiel treat. And then the actual cockatiel can probably be traced back to pagan traditions celebrating winter solstice, as can many Christmas traditions.
Yeah. Turns out not actually Jesus' birthday.
In rural villages, the people would go out and select a log to ceremoniously burn through the winter. So like a Yule log. And they'd honor it ceremoniously, like I said. And at some points, families like stopped burning this log because the whole thing was like nature is like giving back to you, like it's giving you warmth. And instead of burning it, it started
to conquer it.
Yeah, it started giving people treats instead.
Yeah,
after they beat it with a stick.
How weak of you to give to me. I burn you now. Or I beat you with a stick.
I beat you with a stick.
I think the worst part to me is they cover it with a blanket before that. Like at least face
so
your
it
victim.
can't see it coming.
It's so sad.
So sad. I know. I feel bad for the cockatiel.
I feel really bad.
I wish it at least didn't have a face.
That would be better.
Yeah.
If it was just a log with legs attached to it.
Except it does look kind of smug. Like I can see wanting to beat it.
You should explore that more. You should look into that.
It looks like it's challenging me. Number 4, we have Japan's Santa Kuroshu, and I don't have a picture for this one. Japan's Santa is named Santa Kuroshu, and he has eyes in the back of his head to watch
Just
children.
like my mom.
Just like your mom. That's really all I have about that. I do have like a random fun fact about Christmas in Japan, and like only 1% of Japanese population is Christian, so like Christmas isn't super celebrated. When it is, it's more of a commercial holiday like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, and it's mostly Christmas Eve that's celebrated, and it's really promoted as like a romantic holiday. Like it's when you want to have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend and go out to a fancy candlelit dinner. That's what you would do on Christmas.
That sounds nice.
I know, it does sound nice. Very low key.
Way better.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Mari Lloyd, and I do have a picture of that thing.
Okay. So I'm seeing a massive skull of looks like something prehistoric, honestly. That's covered with a white sheet, and there's a bunch of ribbons hanging all over it.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Thank you. I used my eyes.
The Mari Lloyd is from Welsh communities, and this has been like a long time tradition. It's a horse skull, and like you said, it's attached to a stick. It's decorated with ribbons, and if you're the person who carries the Mari Lloyd, you are hiding under the sheet, kind of walking around the horse head.
It looks so big to be a horse.
Horses are that big.
Wow.
They're
I've
big.
never seen a horse in real life before.
Have you really not?
cat.
Like maybe you haven't been close to one.
I've seen horses.
Okay, good. Well, you thought that was too big.
It looks really big from here, especially the other picture. Like the
I mean, it
jaw
looks like
huge.
Twice as big as a human head.
Twice as big.
I don't know. I
No.
guess it's pretty big.
It's like 3 times.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
I just want to fight.
Okay, I'm ready to fight. Well, I practiced on the Cogatillo earlier. I'm ready.
Oh, okay. So that just amped you up more. See?
Yeah.
Violence doesn't equal non-violence.
No, it equals the opposite. More violence, and I'm ready for more violence. Sometimes the Mariloid is spring-loaded, so it can like snap at people.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say like went up and down.
No, it bites. And
Mari Lloyd likes to bite. Mari Lloyd likes to bite.
so she's surrounded by her accomplices, which are the other men in the group. There's also sometimes these 2 other characters called Punch and Judy, which are traditional British puppets. And there's
Steve and Larry.
No, not Steve and Larry, unfortunately. And they're like this British thing. I don't know. I didn't really understand it. They're like these puppets, and like you can go see like Punch and Judy puppet shows. They do slapstick comedy. And for some reason, they also accompany Mari Lloyd. They go around this like entourage and they knock on people's doors. It's basically Christmas caroling. So they knock on the house with this scary fucking horse demon and they sing a song. And in the song, they ask to enter the house. And then traditionally the resident will respond in song and tell them no. And they'll go back and forth until eventually like the homeowner will relent and let them in, and they give them like a drink or like a Christmas treat. Basically like wassailing, like what Christmas caroling is.
Yeah.
People aren't sure what Mari Lloyd originally meant. It's possibly a reference to the Virgin Mary, or it translates to gray mare. Most people think the second one, that it means gray mare. It was once believed that this stemmed from pre-Christian tradition, but scholars now refute this as there's no medieval references to it. It's probably newer than that. Apparently, there was like this trend among the English elite, like they loved hobby horses and like carrying around horse heads on sticks and like being under a sheet. Like there's all different like types of traditions with like these hobby horses. Like there's a sheep one. It became like this weird trend that kind of made its way around Europe. So that's probably where it came from. And I think that was like the 1600s.
I really like it. I'm into it. I want to be under the sheet.
I
Although
really
it looks
like it
kinda
too.
heavy.
It does look heavy. I think for that reason I wouldn't want to be under the sheet. But
I want to stand next to it.
I know, I want to observe. It's very scary looking. Next we have Frau Perkta, the belly slitter, and that's one that you probably know something about.
I do.
I have a picture of her.
The Christmas witch, right?
Yes, the Christmas witch. She's a similar figure to Krampus, and she's part of Austrian and Alpine German folklore. Frau Perkta originated as a Germanic goddess, Hulda, before making her way into folklore. So she was a pagan god. The legend, though, was really popularized and brought into pop culture by the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. And a woodcut from 1750 identifies her as a Bötzin, which means boogeyman in German. So she's like very scary. She sometimes takes the form of like a beautiful, tall woman wearing a white robe. And sometimes she's a terrifying looking witch with one large deformed foot called a goose foot.
Oh no. Poor geese.
Yeah. And I think they think this is because she was associated with spinning. And when you like spin, you pump the spinning wheel with your foot. So she just had like one big ass foot to do this with.
Yeah.
She's possibly like a shapeshifter too, because sometimes she's cute and sometimes she's not so cute.
Right. I think she has to be a shapeshifter.
She's either a shapeshifter or she has like two sides of her head or a catfish. I like to picture her as like she has like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or Chamber of Secrets. No, Sorcerer's Stone, where Voldemort is like on the back of Quill's head.
Oh, yes.
Like two faces. Maybe that. Or maybe she's a catfish.
Both. Why not both?
Let's see. She is the guardian of beasts traditionally, and she makes appearances during the 12 days of Christmas, where she oversees the spinning of fabric. So she would wander into homes over the holidays and make sure that children and servants were behaving. If they were, she would leave them a silver coin, usually in like a bucket in the house or their shoe. And if they weren't being good, she would slit their bellies and remove their organs and then replace them with straw and stones.
Because that's what it takes to get people to make the right decisions in life.
People make terrible decisions. You have to
Sometimes
threaten them.
You have to be stuffed with straw to see where you went wrong.
It's introspection, really.
She knows best.
Yeah.
Frau Perkta knows best.
I think that you could get me to do just about anything if you threatened to cut me open and fill me with stones and straw. So I see where she's coming from.
Definitely.
She especially cared that girls had spun enough flax and wool for the new year. She'd also get mad if anyone ate something on her feast day other than the traditional meal of fish and gruel. Which
Gruel.
Disgusting.
What?
So she's a bitch. She wants people to eat the gross
just
food.
hateful. She
She
doesn't
is.
want people to level up.
No. she
Empowered
does
women
not.
empower women, and she is not empowering women.
No. I mean,
She's disemboweled women disembowel women.
it's true. Number 7 is Hans Trapp. We have a picture of him too, although it's not a great picture. He's back there behind Santa Claus. Hans Trapp is a French legend from the region of Alsace and Lorraine.
Kind of cute.
He's kind of cute. Yeah, I don't
besides
think
the
he's
beard,
cute. I think he's
tall.
very scary.
His muscles.
He's got a sexy bod, but
Yeah.
scary face.
Scary face. That's why you just put a bag on it.
Yeah. Cover him up like the cockatiel. Beat him with a stick.
There's a theme here, and it's not what you would expect.
According to the legend, Hans Trapp was a rich and powerful man in the 1400s who would frequently make deals with the devil for more money and more status.
That always goes well.
I've never heard of it not going well.
Me either. There are not several cases that are throughout media and time and stories that clearly depict that making deals with the devil is not a bad thing.
No, the devil's a good guy. He'll follow through and not demand a consequence.
He's partners with God. They made an agreement. God's like, I'll take the good guys, you punish the bad guys. We're together.
It's a partnership. So the Pope heard about him doing this and excommunicated Trapp. He seized his land and his wealth. So here Trapp goes. He has nothing left. He wanders into the forests of Bavaria. He builds himself a little shack. And he's just like stewing in isolation.
I would just die. I don't know how to make a
100%.
shack.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. So he's all by himself, probably fucking cold and starving. And he's just like becoming more and more evil, as one does when you're forced to live outside. He started developing a craving for human flesh.
He's just hungry. Just give him some crackers.
Right. This all could have been solved.
That's
by,
me when I'm hangry.
Yeah.
I will eat human flesh.
Give him a Gatorade and some mac and cheese and get out of his way. He devised a plan on how to get his human flesh. He stuffed his clothing with straw, so he looked like a scarecrow, and then went to the side of the road to wait for an unsuspecting victim to approach. One day, a shepherd boy walked by. Trapp saw his opportunity. He stabbed him with a sharp stick and then dragged the body back to his lair, where he cut the boy into pieces and roasted
his lair,
him.
aka his shoddy shack.
I mean, maybe it was a cave. I don't know. I was adding my own spice. And then, so he cut the boy up. He roasted him over a fire. And then God was like, you want to roast a boy? I'm going to roast you. And before Trapp had a chance to eat, he smited him, which I learned from doing this that the proper word to say is smote. And he used a bolt of lightning. He killed him. And then his spirit became the companion to St. Nicholas. And
What?
so Trap is like dressed in his scarecrow garb and he follows St. Nicholas around, like warning naughty children not to be like him.
Don't end up like me. It's like Scared Straight.
Yeah, don't cut anyone up and try to eat them.
Don't make deals
it's
with the
not a
devil.
high bar.
Don't be poor.
Yeah, right. It's the real moral. Number 8 is Iceland's Grilla and the 13 Yule lads, who you also know something about. Grilla is an ugly female giant, and she has 13 dwarf sons. On Christmas, Grilla comes down from the mountain and boils naughty children alive in her stew. Super tasty. She has not been smoked yet.
Yeah, so much flesh.
I know.
That people want.
People love the thought of eating people. Like, it's
Do they?
so, I don't think they actually want to do it, but like they love like reading and hearing about it.
It's very strange.
I
It's
love a
scary.
good cannibal story as much as the next guy. Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that's
Great
true.
movie.
Never seen it. Still,
It's very scary.
let's watch it. Oh my God. The other night, Tommy and I were going to bed. We were both like, oh, we're so tired. And I was like, I don't want to watch Forensic Files as I fall asleep. And he's like, let's put on a movie. So we put on The Conjuring, which I've seen before. He falls asleep like 7 minutes in. And I stay up for the whole movie. My eyes are like wide open.
Oh
I'm
my
just taking it
God.
all in. And then finally it turns off. I'm like, okay, time to get some sleep.
That was a terrible, terrible idea.
I know. I was like, well, I've seen it so many times. Surely I'll fall asleep easily.
Oh my God.
Nope. I had to
No.
reset our sleep timer.
Were you in our house or Tommy's house?
Tommy's house,
Okay.
thank
At least
God.
you're not in our house. That would have been extra scary.
Yeah, would have.
So Grilla is a bitch, and then on the 13 days leading up to Christmas, her 13 sons play pranks and leave children presents. On each of the 13 days, Icelandic children will leave their shoe on the windowsill, and a different Yule lad will leave them a piece of candy. Each Yule lad has their own name and personality. Have you read them?
I haven't.
You haven't? Good,
No, I
because
was-
they're fucking crazy.
Good. I was really excited for this, and I'm, again, glad that we confirmed we're not doing the same
Me
one.
too. And I'm also sorry I took like 10 things. That'll make next
Well,
year harder.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I'll remember. Don't worry.
You'll get me back. You'll be a list bitch someday.
Today
Today
is the day.
Okay, good. I'm excited. Were you gonna use these as a list? In your
No,
lesson?
I
Oh, okay.
wasn't. I envisioned doing them, but I hadn't done like a deep dive. So I didn't
Yeah.
know if they would be able to take up a whole lesson.
They'd be tough to be their own thing, especially
Yeah.
for Alperkta. The Yule lads, I feel like you could maybe stretch if you want to go into like Icelandic, like elf lore.
Yeah.
But other than that, it'd be
Not
tough.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good format.
Yeah,
I support
definitely.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. So here they go. There's Sheepcoat Claude, who likes to sneak into farmers' barns and nurse from the teats of the sheep.
Oh my God. They're all furries.
Do furries do that?
I don't know. Maybe they would
I
if
don't
they could.
think they do. Let's not slander
Just
the
put
furries.
name. No, I'm not trying to slander the furries. I'm sorry. I'm just saying the name initially made me say furries, but then you kept saying things, and then my brain was still back at the other.
I thought it was a
thing
good
you
joke.
Yeah, Sheepcoat Claude does sound like one of those like furry generator names.
Yeah.
Totally. You're right. There's Gollygawk, who steals foam from the buckets of cow's milk.
said. Well,
Foam?
that's harmless.
Yeah, like the foam on top of the milk.
Ugh.
There's Studdy, who's short and he steals food from frying pans.
Oh, I thought he just read a lot of books.
Studdy. Spoon Licker. Do you want to guess what he does?
Lick spoons.
There you go. Pot Scraper, who steals unwashed pots from the sink and licks them clean.
Yep.
So-
That's basically Safety, my
Right.
cat.
I mean, on his night, you don't have to do your dishes.
Yeah,
So that's a good
it's
thing.
great. I mean, I rarely do them anyway.
Reading that like made my stomach turn though, because there's nothing more disgusting than dirty dishes.
Yeah.
I could not lick them.
No. Especially if like you let them go. You're like, I'll be back for them. No.
Or like you soak them in the sink and all the food mixes together into a soup.
I really want to get some tall dishwashing gloves. That would just make my life so much better.
That's a good idea. Like whenever like food gets on the drain and you have to reach down there and scrape it away so it drains.
We have drain catchers at Tommy's house and they have to be emptied every so often and it's the worst. I never do it and I don't say anything, but Tommy always ends up doing it eventually.
And he like passive aggressively puts the remnants in your food.
Oh, you better not. That I would break up with someone for.
100%. Bowl licker steals bowls of food. And I guess it used to be a thing in Iceland to keep bowls of food under your bed. I imagine maybe this is because it was like so cold. You wouldn't want to like, if you got hungry, like walk to the kitchen. I don't know. I was trying to figure out why you would
primitive
do this.
refrigerator.
Yeah. Kind of like a midnight snack. Like,
yeah, right next to the bedpan. Very good.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe they didn't have bedpans, but bowl licker steals the food from under your bed.
They just all chose a different kitchen tool.
Yeah, they're
the lickers.
They're all hungry.
Yeah.
Except for Door Slammer, who stomps around and slams doors in the middle of the night.
Oh, grumpy.
Then there's, I'm not sure how to say this, Skyer Gobbler, who steals Icelandic yogurt, which is called Skyer. Or maybe it's Score, because Mari Lloyd was kind of spelled like that, but you say it Lloyd, like, so maybe it's Score. I think it is actually called Score. Then there's Sausage Swiper, who steals sausage. Window Peeper peeps through windows.
Scandal.
It's a peeping Tom. And sometimes he steals the things that he sees.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you got to scope it out. You got to know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Door Sniffer has a huge nose and he sniffs around doors to like look for pastries to steal.
He is a dog.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Definitely. Meat Hook steals meat, especially smoked lamb.
Ew.
Meat Hook. Candle Beggar steals candles, which were like a super valuable item in Iceland when this legend was created.
Yeah, that's a messed up that its name is Candle Beggar.
Yeah, he's not begging. He's stealing.
No. He's really taking initiative.
Let's not get this twisted. Oh, you think we should honor him with a better name?
Yeah, Candle Stealer.
Candle Stealer. Sure.
If he begged for candles, then sure, Candle Beggar. But that's not what it is.
Well, Candle Beggar steals candles, so you can't change it now. Centuries worth of use. The Yule story, I guess, used to be a lot darker and scarier, but Icelandic parents were banned by the government from using this story to scare children in 1746. So it got made much nicer.
Big government's really getting involved.
I know. They're just so nice in Iceland, I feel like. Everything I hear about them sounds nice.
Yeah, this is the meanest thing they've ever done, was told their kids a fictional story to get them to act right. Seems like it.
This one is one of my favorites. It's the Yule Cat, and the Yule Cat is the family pet. Oh, I never showed you the picture. Oh, you got that. So that's the gorilla and the Yule lads. And then there's the Yule Cat. You can go to the next slide. It's a giant, vicious cat that stalks the countryside. And in Iceland, children traditionally get new clothes to wear on Christmas Eve if they're good. So the Yule Cat goes around, and if it sees children not wearing their new clothes, it knows they've been bad. And it first eats their dinner and then eats the kid. The Yule Cat is referred to as an ancient legend, but written accounts only date back to the 19th century. So it's probably not that old.
It's pretty presumptive of this cat to assume that even like all good boys and girls get new clothes.
Right. Seems a little classist, but it's also a cat, may not know any better. And let's see. It was originally used to threaten wool workers, most likely. So basically, workers would process the autumn wool into clothing, and if they finished by Christmas, they'd be awarded with new clothes by their employer. And if they failed to do that, the Yule Cat would eat them. So that's the
what
story.
happens when the Yule Cat never arrives, though? Or it just worked so well, they never had to even worry about it?
I think that was the thing, is it worked. So the Yule Cat never had to show itself.
All right, listen up, everybody. In lieu of giving you raises for this holiday season, I will threaten you with a non-fictional character. Sound good?
They're like, don't you mean fiction?
No. Very real. Look at these pictures that I drew.
It's a scientific diagram.
It is scary.
From
You're
what I
right.
have seen.
From what I've seen and from what I understand about science and germ theory that will come about in about 200 years. Yule Cat.
Yule Cat. Very scary.
You'll regret not believing in this cat.
Yule won't know what's coming for you.
You'll better work on the wool.
You'll better watch out. You'll better not cry.
What's the next line?
You'll better not pout.
I'm telling Yule why. Yule Cat is coming to Yule Town.
My last one, number 10, is the Calicotsari, or I practiced saying this earlier. Calicotsari. And the Calicotsari is a Greek mythical creature. They are furry black goblins with horns, tusks, and oftentimes they're depicted with like gigantic dicks.
That is scary.
That is really scary. I think you can kind of see their dicks in this picture.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was, but now that I know that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I assume so.
And they have hooves.
Yeah, they're
Don't
like
like
little
that.
demons. They live most of the year underground, trying to cut down the pagan world tree and cause the apocalypse. So they're trying to like destroy the earth. But on Christmas morning, they're allowed to roam the world. They play pranks on humans. Some things they do are putting out fires in the hearth, rearranging furniture, and pooping in open containers of food.
Oh my gosh, the log. That's what they should use.
There's also a superstition that babies born over the holy nights are at risk of turning into Calicotsari. So to prevent this, mothers used to burn their baby's toes over an open flame. I'm not sure how that helps, but apparently it did. Obviously, you wanted to keep these little bitches out of your house. And one way to do that is to place a colander on your porch. And it's kind of like vampires, like the vampire legends. Basically, the Calicotsari get distracted counting the holes on the colander. But they can't count past 3 because 3 is the number of the Holy Trinity. So they just keep going like 1, 2, 1, 2. And apparently they're not very smart. So they don't realize that they can't count. And that keeps them distracted. You can also deter them by hanging a pig jaw in your doorway.
That would distract me too.
That would definitely deter me. I would go away 100%. Or, and this one's weird, you can have a wedding for 2 logs. So the article I read was like you cut a piece of a female tree and you cut a piece of a male tree and then have a wedding for them. And
that's
then
basically just what I did my whole childhood.
Right.
I just wanted to be a wedding planner. I married children. I married logs. I married bugs,
Did you really?
toads. Oh, yes. I loved planning events as a young child.
I loved like making food out of like things I found in the yard. Yeah, like mud and like moss and shit. Like that was my jam.
Me too. Yeah, that was a part of it. You
had to make the food for the wedding.
Yep.
That makes sense. I miss playing stuff like that. That was so fun.
Me too. As soon as we figure out how to be humans who have no worries and all the money we could need, we can get back to our roots.
Yeah, let's just run around in the woods and make fairy houses and mud pies.
Yes, I really want a tree house. I've never had my own tree house.
Making a tree house though sounds like manual labor.
I really want to hire someone to make me a tree house.
There you go, and then we'll play in your tree house.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. So you can do that. And on the night of the Epiphany, the Calicotsari are forced back underground only to find that the world tree has healed itself and they need to start cutting all over again.
Wow, the cycle continues.
It does. So that's my lesson. Happy holidays, everyone. My sources are ctvnews.ca, an article called Scary Christmas, a look inside the world's most unusual, creepy, and odd holiday traditions by Christy Somos, theguardian.com, Icelandic Christmas folklore Wikipedia page, the Legend of the Spider Wikipedia page, an NPR article called The Catalan Log That Poops Nougats at Christmas by Lindsay Patterson, .co, the Mari Lloyd Wikipedia page, boneandsickle.com, the Perkta Wikipedia page, ripley's.com, smithsonianmag.com, and scarylittlechristmas.wordpress.com. When you're a list bitch, you have a lot of sources.
That's true. Thank you for that. I learned so much.
You're welcome. Let's hear a word from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's the freaking holidays, y'all. And with the holidays, I mean, it's like a fun, happy time. You get to see your family, but that also brings up a lot of stress, drama, and emotions for everyone. No matter what, there's always going to be part of the holidays that are hard. And it's good to, take a step back. You might not be able to talk about some things to your family, and you might need a third party to help you work through some stuff. So that is why it's great to have BetterHelp. Without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy works. But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help, or maybe you're feeling insecure in relationships or at work, not dealing well with stress. Your mom is driving you crazy and you want to go inside and text your therapist, get some feel goods. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help, because maybe you're at your parents' house and you don't have a therapist in your hometown. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to, which I also wouldn't want to. So I feel you, girl. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Join the millions of people who are seeking online therapy and find out what it's really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself, because you are your greatest asset. And a special offer to Night Classy listeners, you can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy at betterhelp.com/classy. That is betterhelp.com/classy. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
Welcome back for the second learning journey of our Christmas episode. Okay, I want you to guess the most popular Christmas gift from the year we were born.
Ooh,
which was 1997.
Was it one of those like things that you put around your ankle and then jumped over the ball at the end of a string?
No.
Was
terrible guess.
Okay, was it Barbie?
No, terrible guess.
Was it Lincoln Logs?
No, you're bad.
Okay, what was it?
It was the Tamagotchi.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes, the original price was $17.99, so you could pour your consistent love and attention into your pretend pet in a robot.
Those were expensive little bitches.
I know, right?
Just $17.99 for what's basically a gumball machine toy.
Yes, exactly. I had one of those little ones, but it was like a little pet shop one, and I loved it so much. I don't know what ever happened to it. It probably died.
Did you ever have, and I wish I could remember what they were called. They weren't Neopets. They were like these little robotic dogs, and they had wheels on the bottom of them, and they had a button on top of their head, and they were supposed to like learn their name and come to you.
Yes.
But they never fucking worked.
And they like partnered with McDonald's, and they gave out like less like lower grade versions in their like kitty toys.
That like I remember one Christmas that was like all I wanted.
Yeah, and it would sing songs to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so expensive though. It was like Nano Dog or something.
Yeah. No. You might be thinking of something else.
Robo Dog.
Like, did it look like that?
No, that's different.
Okay.
Oh, that's what
you're thinking of. I'm thinking of something different.
Oh.
They were like very small, but I remember the Nano Dog. And then they made the iDog, and it looked like the Nano Dog. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you had to touch your iPod to it.
Or did you ever have one of those not pets, but like basically a stuffed animal.
A for real friend?
Yes.
I fucking loved my for real friend. I had the monkey, or it was a chimp.
Oh my gosh, I had an orange cat.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fun.
I should have known that was going to be my calling.
Yeah.
Catwoman.
I had the monkey, and I remember one time I was being a little bitch, and my mom was like, wait till your dad gets home. Like, he's going to get you. And then my dad got home, and my dad was like not a disciplinarian. He did not know what to do. And so he just goes in my room and he goes, what am I going to take? And like goes and like puts his hand over all my toys, and I'm like screaming. And then he got to my like chimp for real friend, and I was like, no! Like, I was so scared he was going to take it away from me, and I don't think he actually did.
Came to life and ripped his face off.
Because in my mind, my for real friend was alive.
Yeah.
And if he took it, I wouldn't be able to take care of it, and it would have died. So like I had a meltdown.
A child's imagination makes everything real.
Yeah.
No wonder. Well, we're not talking about Tamagotchis or any of that shit. We're talking about the most dangerous Christmas gifts on my list.
Yay.
There are a lot of them, but there are only so many I can cover. So number 1 on my list is Aqua Dots. I don't know if you ever had these, but...
Oh, I think I remember like the commercials.
Yes, I babysat kids who had these, and you could make your own designs or follow a template to create bumblebees, cats, sundaes, whatever the fuck you wanted out of these small beads that came out of this pen that was the dispenser. And then all you had to do was spritz them with water and they would solidify, and you made this little figurine thing, basically. The only dangerous thing about this 2007 toy was that the coating released the compound GHB, which is the date rape drug.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So if you like ate them, you would be roofied?
One bead. If you ate one bead.
Are you fucking serious?
3 children went into comas after swallowing beads.
Of course kids are gonna fucking eat the beads.
Yeah.
They look like candy.
They have oral fixations. Yes.
Oh my God. And those are just the ones that went into coma. Probably so many kids got drugged.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How do you not discover that? Or you do discover it and you still put it out.
They knew what it was. Like, you think they don't know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh
really
my
bad.
God. Oh
really bad. We're like, oh, things were so crazy 100 years ago. No, things are crazy right now.
Oh my God.
So yeah, they recalled them after they sold over 4.2 million kits. Jeez. So that was dangerous. We're going to go back to like the 50s now. The atomic laboratory kits. These days,
that sounds dangerous.
It sounds dangerous. At the time, they didn't even know about the bad long-term effects of radiation and things like that. And it's the same as today. So like science, especially the subscription kits that they're advertising on a lot of podcasts these days, are a hit. And they were even back then. Now, this wasn't a subscription kit, but it did come. There were 4 other kits that you could buy that were similar. And this specific one I'm talking about is the Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab kit. And it contained 4 types of radioactive uranium ore. And the joy came not only from conducting the experiment of, from what I could understand, you like make the chemicals do stuff to make them illuminate and they produce a vapor. That was the whole point of the kit. But you also had to put all of the equipment together yourself. None of it was ready to go right out of the box.
It looks intense.
Yeah, it does. It looks very intense. I would open that up and I saw an open box like picture and it just looks like a bunch of shit in there. I'd be like, I want to play with this.
This is the kind of toy you get for Christmas and then like have a meltdown while your dad screams at you trying to put it together because neither of you can figure it out.
No one is having fun. That's like, I don't know what birthday it was, but I got a bubblegum making kit.
I loved those.
Oh my God. I don't know what went wrong with ours, but it was like liquid. kid.
Yeah, I mean, the candy never like was how you wanted it to be. It was always nasty, but it was so fun to make.
It was not ideal. Surprisingly, even though we didn't know much about the long-term effects of radiation at the time, the chemicals in this kit are not what killed the toy. It was its $50 price tag, which is about $500
Oh my
today.
God.
Yeah.
Who was buying that?
Rich nerds. Elon Musk's grandpa.
Guess. That's crazy.
I don't know. But if you're cleaning out someone's house, maybe your grandma or great aunt or something, and you see one of these, keep it because you could sell it online for about $5,000 today.
Okay.
So there you go. Next up, we have kerbangers. I say that kids have the most fun when they're either being loud as fuck and annoying or when they're being silent and you can't hear them.
I feel like I had that toy.
You probably did because it had to be rebranded and reimagined, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
This toy was very popular. It's a clacking toy from the 70s. It was an instant hit. The handheld novelty toy consisted of 2 plastic balls connected by the cord that were connected to a plastic handle. And when you raised and lowered your hands, the balls would clack together. It's just a noise-making toy, essentially. Yeah. I feel like I had one, too.
Yeah, I feel like you'd get them like in your stocking and you'd be like, what is this? And your mom is like, I had this as a kid. You're going to love it. And then you don't use it.
Yeah, you're like, wow.
You're like,
there's
better
really
toys.
Different then.
I could have a Tamagotchi and you got me a ball on a string.
I have Aqua Dots. I don't know if you've ever experienced.
Do you remember in the 90s they were like plastic, like a triangle with the ball at the end, and you would just like spin them around?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
What was
Like
it?
instead
there was
of
like
a string.
Stick, and then the stick had like these 2 like plastic strings basically that came off of it, and then the stings had balls, and you'd like
clack it.
Yeah, it looked like that, and they'd like slack together. Yeah.
This was the original. The packaging claimed that the kerbangers were shatterproof, in all caps, shatterproof. But when the Consumer Product Safety Commission tested the toys, the balls either shattered or cracked, and many of the handles broke. Like every single time they tested it, they failed the test. So after so many of the balls shattered into young children's faces and the toys failed all of these safety tests, the company was forced to recall the toy, and the U.S. Marshal Office seized and banned the clacker ball toys. The Consumer Product Safety Commission stated, quote, consumers who have kerbangers should promptly throw them away.
This is cancel culture.
It is.
I don't approve of it.
It's been around for quite a while now. Turns out, didn't take the internet to make cancel culture. I almost said cancer culture. It's time to go home.
I have a right to my clackers, and you can't take that away from me. No matter how many children it blinds.
I would prefer to have the dangerous clackers. That would be more cool because you don't know when something's going to go wrong.
That's the right to bear clackers.
Yeah, that's like the lefties version of a gun.
Yeah, this is the future that liberals want.
Every American should be able to buy kerbangers in any store, particularly Walmart. No waiting period. No background check.
That's right. I think you should get a free gun with every clacker that you buy.
Whoa. A toy gun?
No, a real one.
Oh my God. You're dangerous.
I'm going to run for office, and that'll be my platform.
What office are you
all of
them
them
freaking run for?
President? I don't care.
You might as well. If you do that, you cast a wide enough net that you're bound to get one. At least one of them.
I will run for president, and everyone will be like, "You can't be president. You're not 32. That's the only reason."
I thought it was 35.
That's probably correct. And then I'll be like, "Okay, I'm gonna run for Congress," and then I'll get elected because everyone's just relieved that I'm not president. It's like,
yeah,
when you are negotiating you go
Yes.
big, and then you get what you
that's
want.
Not the technique.
No, it is.
Well, actually, there is one technique like that. That's true.
Okay.
It's
One
like
of
they're
them.
opposites. It's the foot in the door technique is like if I was like, hey, can you watch the cats for the day while I move my shit out of the house? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, great. Can you also help me move my shit out of the house?
But you're like getting a sale. I'm negotiating.
well, negotiation isn't just sales.
No, but like the foot in the door technique is for sales. When you're
No,
negotiating,
it's
you should
just
start with a high
negotiation.
price. I'm not
Oh my
I'm not
God.
gonna negotiate for a salary and be like, I just want $20,000 when I really want 60.
Well,
I'm
but-
gonna say I want 100,000. They'll give me 60.
Yes, of course. But what I'm saying is that technique, the foot in the door, is not just for sales. It's simply a
Okay.
negotiation technique, which
Gotcha.
yours is as well. So I can't wait to see you in Congress is what I'm saying.
You run for president with the foot in the door technique.
Hell
I'll
no.
use my. I'll do it my way. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see who wins.
Yeah.
Who knows what the hell that looks like. Next up, we have lawn darts.
Those are fun
Have you
as
ever
fuck.
seen these?
Yeah,
yeah.
those still exist.
They do, but not like they did before. A lot of these had to be rebranded because safety issues. This one's pretty self-explanatory, though. They're weighted darts that fly through the sky. Did you have some of these old-fashioned, like weighted, sharp lawn darts?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
I could see your mom having
I think
some,
they
old
still
ass.
make them like that. Like they're heavy as fuck, and
Let
they
Theo play
mill
with
the
those.
ground.
They may be weighted, but they're surely
Not sharp. Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
They were highly popular, but one day in April 1987, David Snow unboxed his old jarts to play with his children. It took just one throw for the jart. That's what they were called. It went over the fence and smashed into his daughter's head with 23,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. And she died. She was pronounced dead 3 days later.
Oh my god.
After
awful.
more than 6,000 kids went to the hospital between the 70s and 80s due to jart-related injuries, 3 deaths, and David Snow's campaign that he launched as a result of his daughter's death, the dangerous toy was banned by the CSPC. And in 1988, they urged customers to destroy any remaining lawn darts.
How do you destroy them? They're weighted and made of metal.
I
What do they
have
recommend?
No clue.
How big are they?
Couple
This big?
inches. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole point of the game was to get it in like a small hula hoop type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But super dangerous. The goal is not to get it implanted into your head.
The goal is not to kill your child.
Yeah. Our next one is magnets in general. Magnets have caused a lot of issues
Really?
for children and their
Like
families.
swallowing them?
Yes. So first up, I have Barbie and Tanner. Tanner is a dog, and this toy set out to teach children the responsibility of owning and caring for a pet.
Mm-hmm.
The dog could eat and poop out these little brown pellets. You've never seen this?
No.
Oh my God. The kids I babysat, again, same family as Aqua Dots. I don't know if they were just getting their kid whatever they wanted, if there's something a little more sinister going on.
Your fungicide just got delivered. I saw it on your phone.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I was like
welcome.
really concerned about you saying something about my fungicide.
Sorry.
What do you know about my fungicide?
I know everything about your
Shut up
fungicide.
about my fungicide. Anyway. So the dog would eat and poop out these little brown pellets, but the magnet inside the scooper that was one of the accessories of this toy to like scoop the poop, the magnet often came loose. And that fact, plus toddlers having this oral fixation of putting things in their mouths, led to tons of intestinal perforations and blockages after kids were swallowing. All it took was more than one magnet. And
What?
it would just fuck them up.
Why?
Because same thing for these other toys here with the magnets. Like these buckyballs is the next one. They're really strong magnets, and when they're in your intestines, they can cause your intestines to clamp onto body tissues as they're traveling through. So if one magnet is up here and it just got into your system, but you have another magnet that's traveled down here, boing,
Oh no.
yeah, messes you up. So there were intestinal obstructions, perforations, sepsis. Some children ended up surviving, but still have to deal with lifelong health effects after ingesting magnets.
Oh my God, who would have thought?
I know, not I. Also, magnetics and Polly Pockets are just another case of kids being dumb and swallowing magnets and causing issues. So don't give your kids magnets.
Don't do it.
Ban magnets. That's what I have to say. That's my platform for president. Ban magnets and make better parking lots.
Especially at the Midtown Kroger.
Particularly.
We haven't had a good grocery store rant in a while.
We haven't. And you know what? I haven't even been to the grocery store in weeks.
Yeah.
Because I don't buy groceries anymore. I do every plate.
Fucking every plate has changed my life.
Me too.
It is a very important part of my world.
I feel better than everyone.
Yeah.
Because I don't go to the grocery store.
I just want to let people
That's
know
not
they
true.
don't sponsor us. This isn't an ad.
That's
The
how you
only
know.
time I go to the grocery store is to buy a box of wine. Other than that, I just eat every plate.
I bought a box of wine at Costco yesterday.
Wow.
I guess that counts. It was only $13.
What?
Yes.
You should just
Costco
buy
slaps.
a bunch
Yeah.
next time. I'll Venmo you.
That's what I'll do with my $5,000
Is it-
instead of.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is good. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's good.
It's
Not
fine.
Great. Good, not great.
Is it as good as Boda Box?
We should do a taste test. I think
Okay.
that's what we should do.
I got the Boda Box Cabernet yesterday, and it's pretty delicious.
That's what
Yeah.
the box is that I got.
Wow,
So
we can do a
truly-
blind taste test.
Yeah, let's do it for batch night.
Okay.
Okay, sweet. Next up we have Rollerblade Barbie.
I love her.
I know, isn't she fabulous?
That's
I
the
love
coolest outfit. It's
her
so
tutu.
80s.
I know,
Yeah.
right? So this 90 edition of Barbie was an instant hit. They designed the skates she was wearing to have a cigarette lighter-like device in her skates that would shoot out sparks when they rolled on a flat surface.
Who thought this was a good idea? That's
Literally.
the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
Did she set fire to people's houses?
Yes, so many fires.
Oh my God.
One was set on purpose on The Late Show with David Letterman. Letterman people were having a Nobel Prize winning research scientist named Dave Barry on to explain some revolutionary new way to prevent cancer. And they're like, we can't just have you talking about how to prevent cancer. Like, it has to be more flashy. So they're like, we're going to have you use this bad toy to set fire to some underwear. So they had him spray some underwear with a ton of hairspray and roll over it with the Barbie doll. And you can imagine what happens next. I think you'll probably want to fast forward it to, I tried to get it to start when the actual action happens, but just fast forward a little bit. Okay, yeah, there it
spraying
goes.
with hairspray
Uh-huh.
on the underwear.
in your homes, and then you take Rollerblade Barbie and run her across, and notice, easy. Whoa!
Whoa, it caught right away.
Yep.
All right, I got it.
As one would expect if she's a flamethrower.
Literally. And they tested it out on the Ken, who also had the same device in his skates, and his produced even more sparks.
This sounds like something that would be in like a movie, like Idiocracy.
This sounds like
this
something
is so
that
stupid.
Would be like in like the 1890s,
Yeah.
not 1990. What was it, 5 or 6 or something?
That is insane.
I
I'm
know.
calling my mom tonight and asking her if she had a rollerblade Barbie.
Why didn't you give me this? I didn't have Rollerblade Barbie, but I did have Pregnant Barbie. So
Oh, I want pregnant Barbie. I didn't really have too many Barbies, which I
Oh my
regret.
God, I had so many Barbies. So many. Next up, We have sky dancers. I'm sure you probably had one of these.
I did not have them, but I remember the commercials. They were cool as fuck.
Oh, okay. So these flying fairies are beautiful and dangerous, just as a fairy should be. All you had to do was pull the cord on her base, and she spun up into the air. After 150 reports of eye injuries, scratched corneas, broken teeth, facial lacerations, and mild concussions, Galoob Toys Incorporated recalled the 8.9 million of them sold in 2000.
I don't think I ever had a sky dancer, but there were other toys that were the exact same. Like you'd like yank on that string and they'd fly in the air. Like that was those toys had a moment.
It's so crazy to me that this was all the rage because literally all they do is fly up. And
they were. Do you remember how fun they were though?
I think I do, but it just seems so simple to me now.
Maybe because you're not a child. They were so fun.
Yeah.
You'd like try to see if you could get it like higher than your brother, and then you'd like run and try to catch it.
The most recent thing I've seen with these sky dancers is the videos of them flying into fires. There were some TikTok videos of them just going like immediately into fires. Okay, I have two more. One of them is a bonus one. Okay. Our last one is the Snack Time Cabbage Patch doll. This Cabbage Patch doll allowed children to feed it plastic carrots, French fries, wafers, bananas, basically anything that was phallic in shape.
I hate Cabbage Patch Kids.
I know.
They're so ugly.
They are. I'm glad that you said it because I've always felt that way, but I don't think I've ever come right out and said it.
Yeah.
I really neglected my Cabbage Patch dolls that I
You
did
had
have.
one?
Yeah, it was like gifted to me.
Yeah. If someone would have got me one as a gift, I would have burned it. Like they are so fucking ugly.
They are. They truly are. And this one is actually evil, I think. It had mechanical jaws that made it good for chewing food and hair and real human fingers.
No.
There's no on or off switch. It just kept going.
So if your hair got stuck in, it would suck it up.
You would like be scalped. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mattel ended up recalling it and offering a $40 refund to everyone who bought them. Over 500,000 were sold. We have a little video of this woman reviewing one that she like found on eBay or something. It's at the very end of the video if you want to see it going, like at the very end.
I saw these type of people when I was researching Furbies, and I think my new goal in life is to be a vintage toy YouTuber. It looks so fun.
It does. I got back into eBay for a gift that I got for someone.
Is it a Furby for me?
Look at it go.
Oh, that is horrible.
So that is
God.
my
You hear
Snack
that?
Time
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch Kid. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me anything in the comments.
So
It slurps it up.
It sure does.
She put a plastic carrot in its mouth, and she didn't even have to push on it. It slurped it up, just like it
Slurped
would
it
a finger.
right up.
Yeah. Did it like crush kids' fingers?
yeah, it was a disaster.
Oh my God. When was it released?
I'm not sure. That's a good
Ugh.
question.
Gross.
I know. And that's pretty big for them, not just to recall it, but offer a refund to everyone who bought one.
Yeah.
Pretty insane.
I mean, it was breaking children's fingers.
But if I had to get a Cabbage Patch doll, I think I want that one.
Oh, I would like to have one now.
yeah.
But it was a terrible
That's
idea.
The one.
Just like Rollerblade Barbie. I would love to have a Rollerblade Barbie.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you could still get them.
Yeah.
Our last one is bonus one. This one is not dangerous from what I saw.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have
Sorry.
Alec, you're ruining the episode.
I pressed next slide and it pressed play.
This is the ET light
Oh,
finger.
God.
Oh no.
It lights up and it looks
It's a
interesting.
dildo. It's a literal dildo, but
Yep.
small.
Sure is. It's all wrinkly.
Ew, an ET dildo.
Yep. So you can get your hands.
dildo.
It's the perfect gift. Maybe it is dangerous, just to say.
Don't want to feed that to the Cabbage Patch.
My My sources are the Museum of Radiation and Radioactivity, an article called Atomic Energy Lab, the Consumer Product Safety Commission.gov, housekeeping article by Rachel Rothman, a Washington Post article by Dave Barry, an All That's Interesting article by Marco Margaritoff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a great lesson.
Yours too. I think we just need to commit to being list bitches.
I love being a list bitch.
Me too.
I feel like the people don't love it, but I love it.
I do too. It's so fun.
Yeah, and easy.
Less work. Less work is always better.
Always.
We can make a Patreon show called List Bitches.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of having a new person on every month.
Yeah. Ooh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Or we could just react to lists that we find online.
Oh, that
and
would
just
be fun too.
read
There's
it,
so many listicles.
credit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's workshop it.
All right.
Workshop it. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We will see you all next year. Stay safe. Have fun. Make good choices. We're watching.
Better
you.
watch out.
You better not cry.
Better not pout.
You'll be telling you why.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Class dismissed. 3, 2, 1. Class dismissed.
And cut.